Still Scotland with the lead here as we tick closer to the end of the first quarter. Fired in and driven in by Derek Johnston. Scotland have had the best of it in this first quarter. In the 12th minute, Italy haven't really got going. Kenzie, it's again fired in, but maybe by the baseline. We'll come back with Italy. Scotland have one or two technical issues, I believe, so hopefully you're back with us live. Apologies for that. But Scotland may well be about to try and get themselves a second. If you're a Scottish supporter, they have got themselves a penalty corner, and there may well be a bit of a talking to. A little passion being shown from both sides in this first 15. Time players set. Wilson held up. Back to Mackenzie. Still going. And the arms out for another penalty corner, and so frustrated the Scottish players because they almost wriggled into, well, they wriggled into putting the ball into the goal, but umpire blew it up, so wouldn't be a goal, it would be another penalty corner. Until the last just over, what, a minute and a half or so left in this first quarter. So take two. Wilson, that didn't work out, trying to feed it back to Robertson, the injector. Will be another penalty corner after a consultation. It's a third chance for Arthur Robertson. Wilson across. Mackenzie's ball took a deflection into the side of the goal from Robertson, so that'll come to an end, that passage. Mastrodi heading forward. Hardly mentioned Italian player, particularly attacking Italian player, but it's just been all Scotland. Robertson looking down for Alistair Ogovic, coming together with Piero Bergon. Derek Johnston across, plenty of space. Helped on its way by Rowlands. Into the circle, trying to keep it alive. Robertson. Oh, it's going to go in. Oh, goodness me. Bishop tried to juggle. It's hacked away. Wow. How did that look going? Rowlands down in the channel again for Robertson. Just going to stay alive. It is. For Ogovic. Does have the possession still. Kenzie dances in, maybe looking for a second goal. Goes away by Tho. There's the hooter. That's the end of the first quarter. And Scotland have had the bulk of the possession, had the chances. Maybe it could have been more than one up, but they do have the lead to Gordon McKenzie at the end of the first period.
Tre falli inesistenti. Cosa? No, io ho tenuto il bastone a terra. È lui che è andato sul mio bastone. Ragazzi, va bene così, è chiaro che noi non possiamo evitare.
All set for the second quarter. Off we go then, the tie-ins in this going. And maybe a bit of energy might come from them because they've not shown too much yet in an attacking sense. Maybe that's just down to how well Scotland played in that first quarter. Gordon McKenzie's goal in the 6th minute. Difference between the two sides so far, could have been more. Penalty corner routine work then. Then Payton down that channel. Carter for Sturrock. Lethal across the D. No one in white though to pick up. Gibson to McCreath, just behind Sturrock. Glenn Payton. Sturrock, another penalty corner coming for Scotland. Another one won by Sturrock, 3 I think that is now. Went off towards the end of the first quarter, came back on and immediately won a penalty corner in the first 75 seconds. Arthur Robertson across to inject here. Just a bit of a confusion going on with the Italians. Sergio Baggio is having to come back and get into position. He went away to halfway line, but no, we need your son, so back he comes. So Arthur Robertson's injection. It's a sore one. It swung off Derek Johnston. And he hit Danielo Strauss. Just feeling his legs are okay, but it's another penalty corner straight into him. Risky take to get a sore one, and you can see the penalty corner. So another try for Scotland. 2.5 minutes played in the second quarter almost. Line break from the Italians. Protest from Vito Di Fano, but he's off back to halfway, so it might make things a bit easier for the Scots. You have a chat with the umpire usually still wins, and certainly the decision looked like he just strayed a bit quick from the box, so down to 3 outfielders in the goal for the Italians. Towards Wilson, Derek Johnston, switched across, goal. A little bit easier, a bit more space, but a nice move, nice routine, opened up for Scotland, and the dominant team in this contest has the cushion now. And Alistair MacArthur, confirmation, was the one that was on the outside to put in. First real foray forward for the Italians, but didn't really end with anything. Official timings, which are being brought by the Altus scoring system that are helping out with our coverage this week. Here, given the second goal to Gore McKenzie, and penalty corner, it's a second for her. I'm not too sure if it was his goal unless there was some other touch, but it looked like it. Well, the celebration was certainly going the way of Alistair MacArthur, number 25, so I'm going to give it to him. For Murray Payton's side, it's a cushion. That was a bit unfortunate though. The other way of possession. Salmistraro thought bit of losing it on this near side, so Wakem Scotland with Arthur Robertson. John Hay, McKenzie, Rollins down that channel, could be a big amount of space. What a ball, not quite taking it in his grasp. Glenn Payton, he's annoyed, but wonderful idea. Space opened up. Well, here the wind still whirling around the National Hockey Centre here in Glasgow. A little bit brighter, but you may well see those grey clouds. Always the scary sight of grey clouds in Glasgow. Usually means rain. Ball hit. I don't know if it was intentional, sort of miss on the Italian defender, but Scotland have it back with Starrick. Trying to get by Ciuffellini. Payton. Stick flying in, advantage. Did they get much of an advantage? Well, enough for them to lose possession, and it stayed with Italy, but not for long. Solomon Stryall was trying to keep it alive, and he has won the turnover. Ciuffellini losing it, back with Robertson for Scotland, who have a 2-0 lead. Gibson, wide by Mackenzie to Robertson. Mackenzie's going to try and get it back. And that goes against the Scottish player. It's going to penalty corner this time. Back into the circle it went, and back into the trouble mixing pot for the Italians, who just struggle to deal with anything. There's been pressure after pressure from the Scottish side. Arthur Robertson with another injection here for team leading, looking to maybe extend the lead. 2 goals from penalty corners. Looking to make it number 3 before half time. And towards Wilson. Ended up looking for Mackenzie, but just disrupted. Mackenzie still gets it back. Nice ball on the baseline. Starrick waiting. Looking as if certainly looking for an appeal if he's taken out. It is a penalty corner anyway. Having a good old chat with Ciuffellini. For Giorgio Ciuffellini, he might have to go and buy the glass of wine after that discussion later. Both of them not happy with that, but it is going to be a Scotland penalty corner. Comes for Wilson. Starrick trying to wriggle it out. There's a Scotland free hit. Sticks were going high all over the place. Quickly on with it. Mackenzie. Mackenzie strike. Mackenzie in again. Off the keeper. And away. Alistair Ross has been busy for. No, I should say Claudio Afbres has been busy, I should say, in the Italian goal. I was going to say, unlike his counterpart on the other end, he's watching on as Scotland side tried to wheel into the D again. It's a brief bit of respite for the Italians. Not for long, although they do still have possession with the free hit. Just inside their own 23. Payton. Starrick. Mackenzie. A terrific first couple of quarters so far. Off the foot, says the umpire, so change of possession, turnover of possession. Yes, we've got just under 5 minutes left of this second quarter. Scotland so comfortable in the game. Just joining his goals. The 6th minute from Gordon McKenzie. He's been credited with the second, but it was Alistair MacArthur that did get the final touch. And that's a loose ball which has been given away, and here comes Vito Di Fano. Very little attacking threat from the Italians so far, had very little possession. Alpha Bears, and it's going to be a penalty corner, rattled off Ian Wilson. And from nothing, Italy have got a chance, and it might well have to be a golden chance with the lack of opportunities they've had. They're looking to try and sucker punch a goal here. And will be the captain for us to head across to inject. It goes Solostrao across for Mastrodi. The long corner, the side trailing. Defended by Scotland. Di Fano managed straight into the white wall, but will be Italian's ball. But we won't get a chance to use it because it is the hooter. Seems a little early in my watch, the hooter. I think the umpires were a bit confused by that, but anyway, we'll take that as half time anyway. And it is a couple of goals still for Scotland. First one from McKenzie, 6th minute, penalty corner. Second one, I'm given to Alistair MacArthur, who was celebrating. And, well, it's not half time. I didn't think it was half time. I didn't think it was near half time. Still at least 2 and a bit minutes to go. The hooter went. And the umpires have actually went and double checked, and there's a apology going on with the technical official down there. And a bit trigger with the hooter, I think. Yeah, I thought that was a bit confusing. Well, it was going to be a long corner for the Italians, so I'm sure they'll just get going from that. So, right, as you were, folks. Right, so I'd say we've got just over 2 minutes left in the clock. From that, Scotland coming away with it. This would be some move if they went up the other end and scored. Bounced off an Italian body. McKenzie, space down the side for Robertson. Well blocked actually there. That was going at some pace at close range. Robertson trying to win it back. Fails though legally. Gibson to Camlin. John Camlin continued for a long while, bounced up so it stays with Scotland. Get the ball in position eventually. I think a few of them are looking for half time. A really good watch if you're a Scotland supporter anyway. Being very dominant and being creative. Italians struggle to get too many chances. Really just need a little drink and refresh. The Scots Tow's marginally creeping into it more as the second quarters went on. Did get that penalty corner. I think if they do get a bit of a counter-attack possession, they may well be a bit of a threat. They've got a bit of pace, but here's Candlin. Nice ball. Still alive here. Payton can't quite get to his grasp. 3-0 might have been a bigger problem. See, the Italians trying to break away with Salistrao. Virtually at the end of the second quarter. I did say there were 2 minutes left when they had that false half time. It's been just a little more than that in official timings. Robertson tried to pick out a long ball, didn't fall through for Morrison's cut out halfway through the ball in flight and motion. McKenzie. Stefano forward for Ashbris. Into the circle. Kind of on a slow jaunt. Not really much challenge coming in, but eventually it was stopped. Not too much support in there. Feels like this quarter they've lost track of the time now. It kind of feels like with less timings having to rejig themselves. Just feels like after the false dawn that they've played a bit longer than what were intended to for this second quarter. Bishop. McKenzie. Trickles across in the knee. Robertson, there is Hooter now. And that is half time. Definitely, I can assure you that is half time now. Just double check. No, I can tell you it's half time. And a bit of a false dawn before, but we have had a couple of goals for Scotland during the first 2 quarters. Gordon McKenzie with the first and the 6th minute. He's been credited with the second officially, but Alistair MacArthur got the final touch in the move by the look of it, so it should be his goal. It may well rectify itself officially, but we'll give it to him. And as we head into the half time, we'll leave you the goals and the best of the action from this first 2 quarters. But at the break, it is 2-0 in Scotland's favour. Welcome back, set for the third quarter. A few players looking to just get on with it because it's a bit cool. And we are underway for the third quarter. Scotland with the lead against Italy in this European Cup over 60 game. That one didn't take a Scottish nick, so he leaves it. This is Pool B. Earlier on in this pool, Germany and Wales drew 1-1. Christian Venhold scored in the 13th minute for Germany. Mike Powell equalised in the 40th. So one of the other pitches. So 1-1 it finished in the other game in this pool. In Pool A, Spain defeated France. So Ireland against Belgium later. And Scotland making a move early on here. Attacking as soon as they, where they left off, I should say, in the second quarter. Here come the Italians though. Chega is on a bit of a solo mission. Nice ball in towards the D keeper. Comes rushing out. Does Giancarlo Flatelli. Umpire's whistle peeps loudly. Forward it went from Gibson. Remains with the Scots.
Otherwise I can't see the circle. If you come as far as the yellow sheet, you're fine. Thank you.
Switch across for Johnston. David Rowlands skips it by well. Into the D by MacArthur. Arms out for another penalty corner, and they just keep on coming for Scotland. Scored 2 from penalty corners. Italians once again penalised in the circle. Can't really seem to get out of the circle in their own half, purely just because of the defensive work. It's going to be a bit of a change up. It will be Alistair MacArthur to inject. In towards Wilson. MacArthur to get it back. He is with anguish in his face because he thought he was in the prime spot to make it 3-0. A bit of a tap of the stick on the ground, the stick's fault. Antonio Mastroianni try to keep it alive. Scotland have got it back though here. Bounced up of Puglia and Buglia penalised. And well, with 3 white jerseys, 1 Italian player bounced up off the body part, and it's an easy decision for the umpire. So another penalty corner for Scotland, and for Ian Wilson to take from it, and flashes by the goal this time. Scotland haven't quite got this to bed yet, because you never quite know if the Italians just found some goal, one goal, you never know, but it's all just too comfortable. But another chance goes begging, which might be something that they might look at for later in the tournament or in the next phase of pool games. Into the circle it goes again. Just wriggled away, anywhere will do. Given away to Giovanni Cheggia. He's all on his own. MacArthur, Candlin, Gibson trying to link up. Turnover of possession. Nice ball forward. Cheggia spotted here. Now he could maybe wriggle into some space, just cut back, maybe you can see what he's trying to do to cut back in and get him something more central, but he could have maybe went out wide and tried to get a strike away. But that is the little maybe chink in the arm the Italians will be looking for, as Mastrodi has it once more. Ciuffalini for Lassu. Di Fagno. Good turn from Di Fagno through the legs. And it's a save there from Mastrodi's try. Is it a wriggle in? Yes, it is. And in a blink of an eye, a smash and grab goal from Italy. And you never know, they're down and out at times, just struggling to get away from their own D. Up to their end, they have a lifeline. They have a goal, they have a chance now. There's still half of this quarter to go, and still the 4th quarter left too. For any neutrals watching, might make things a touch livelier. It certainly keeps the interest up here.
You don't know.
Scotland coming to attack. Belfield, they've spun chances. Johnston into the wide and then into the D. Strike from Robertson. And it will be a long corner. Into the edge of the circle again for Scotland. Off the Scottish foot this time. Bit more of a to and fro about this quarter, as here comes Robertson. Not going to find his teammate there. Johnston in from MacArthur, away from MacArthur the ball went. Twist and a turn from Bishop, but something illegal on the move, so turn over. Ball forward for Sturrock. MacArthur. Stopped by Defano. Pass given back to Scotland, Benny Gibson. Off the legs of Vito Defano. Gibson wide to Sturrock. Great skill from Neil Sturrock. Knocked to the floor. Well, it is an Italian ball. Umpires are both from Netherlands. Jill Kramer and Jan Dekker. Down the other side here comes Chegia, needs a bit of help, he's by himself on the baseline, manages to battle it off a Scotland stick there of Wilson, so they do have a long corner, they can get 2 or 3 more players forward. Promising spot. If they were to make this 2-2, there's some inquest going on with the Scottish players. The final though ran straight into the Scottish side, now there could be a bit of a break. Need a bit of help numbers wise. MacArthur, it's long, chance here for Bishop, Bishop across, it's another goal, that is a classic counter. Times bringing players forward, looking for a goal, and Arthur Robertson was in there just to tap in. Great team play, great move, and that is 3-1. Italians are going to have to come from about 2 goals adrift again. Seen a chance, a rear foray forward, another rear foray forward. Seen what happened last time they got forward, they scored. And now they're going to have to try something different and Chegia once more. It's given away to Robertson. Mackenzie maybe sensing a bit of blood now. Sturrock just about keeps it in and alive. Full stretch. MacArthur across. Johnston in, helped on its way. It's going to go in. Thanks to William Taylor. His deft touch. Scotland's 4th. And maybe the job done at the end of the 3rd quarter as that beckons. MacArthur has been superb, and then ball and hope to Taylor and squirm through in the the keeper. A bit unfortunate for him, for Fartelli, and just trickled in oh so gently. Peter winning it back for Scotland. Here's Robertson. Robertson wriggling by. A bit too aggressive there, Robertson. Italy have given that straight back. Did for MacArthur, but means with the Italians have got another free hit. Right in the closing seconds of this quarter. Closing minute or so that's left anyway. Scotland were semi-finals in this competition a couple of years ago in the over-60s European Cup. Lost heavily though against England in that semi-final. 6-0 it was. England winning in the final in a shootout against the Dutch. Johnson looking up. Taylor skips away from him, and that is the end of the third quarter. Goals galore in this quarter. After the 2-0 lead for Scotland, Claudio Arfbres credited with the goal back for Italy in a move that fell to him, and they put in. But then two quick goals towards the end of the quarter from Arthur Robertson and from William Taylor. Looks likely to have sealed the deal. 4 goals to 1 is the end of the third quarter.
Sono a centrocampo al centro io. Niet vragen waarom.
Fourth quarter then about to get started. Scotland getting this going, and with the big lead now. Wasn't quite so comfortable looking 5 minutes ago, but it is now 4 goals to 1, and off to a fast start in this quarter, looking to add to the goal tally. Italy don't think they'll come back. Hard work to get one goal back when they were 2 adrift, and well, they are 2 adrift, 3 adrift I should say now, and suspect that they may well have a long final quarter. We shall see. Robertson thought losing possession. Paglia. We'll see a fair bit of the over 60s competition on our live coverage throughout the week. Got games on Monday and Tuesday. In fact, every day really, with the exception of tomorrow. There'll be some live action from the over 60s in the European Cup from both pools. So you see a host of everyone pretty much across the 2 pools across the week, and it all culminates in the final, the over 60s final, which is the final game on Sunday week. Derek Johnston just slipped by and Ciuffolini picked up. Ball up towards Afabras, the captain, but all on his own. Johnston for Hay. Sturrock. Scottish free hit. Penalty corner now. Not too happy with that, I think, in the crowd as well as the Italians on the pitch. The short corner, penalty corner given. Looks like it's back to Arthur Robertson to inject. Italians taking their time. Baggio into position last. So it comes for Sturrock to hammer. Received away by Fratelli. Sturrock for Mackenzie. Italians weren't watching behind him. Payton, that pass is dispossessed by Afabris. Hay. Intercepted once more. Robertson. Cam from Ian McCraith. Switch to Johnston. In towards Payton. Way it went, cleared to Afabris again for Italians. He's just on a small, slow trot because he's all by himself. Players coming around him. Time to have a free hit. Into the final. Playing on and didn't last too long, but here they are again. Fortunately, a little slip from Ciuffalini. Sturrock. It's not going to be near Taylor. Muscles by him. Lions couldn't make the possession stick. A bit scrappier from both sides actually. Quarter tiredness, I guess, creeping in for both sides. Across it goes here for Benny Gibson. Into the D. Sturrock there. Keeper just about does enough. Still alive. Again, the keeper saves from John Candlin. Back it goes for the long corner. It is still 4 goals to 1. We're in the 52nd minute of play here. Robertson. Cross it goes. Another terrific save from Taylor this time, looking for his second. Still around in the circle, but that will come to an end, that move. And Italy will get to clear away from danger for a few seconds at least. I didn't mean just a few seconds, because here comes Scotland once more, very quickly back with possession late. But it's a bit tight down that corner. Italians trying to get it away. Johnson the one back. Taylor, keeper came out. Mastrodi went on a long run, but it was a shot. In fact, I think that was actually Jod Khan with the run. Scheduled to have number 7, but he's wearing number 70 on his back during this game. Robertson, nice slip ball, goal. Another goal for Scotland, number 5 in the game, and that's one way to mark a goal. Celebratory run off the field. A second for William Taylor. Surprised didn't want to steal and get a hat-trick. He may well appear in the last minute or two, we shall see. In the 54th minute though, it is 5-1. And John Candlin trying to thread a little nice ball, but well stopped. Rain is hammering down. There is a bit of a pause in the action on pitch 1. There is action elsewhere, so if they are local or want to keep up to date the scores, there is some stuff going elsewhere on pitch 2 on the Clydesdale pitch. Clydesdale and University of Strathclyde pitches, there will be games coming to the end there, and then that will be the end of their action for today. But there's a game in pitch 2 coming up with LX Red against LX White, an over 65s tournament competition. If you're local and want to see that, you can. There is a bit of a break after around about 3:30 roughly. There is an opening ceremony, and after that we will have one more game live in pitch 1 today, which is Ireland against Belgium in the European Cup over 60s Group A. So he'll be back with us later on for that. We'll be here. Hopefully you will be too. Hopefully enjoying the coverage on the YouTube page and Facebook. Do spread the word over the course of the week. It should be a great 9 days, including today is, of action. Some good moments so far, and if you're a Scotland supporter, yeah, a good game this. Ball forward to Gibson. Gentle jog is MacArthur on the far side. Keepers came out again, a long way out. Cross from Mackenzie only to Italian players. A bit tired from both sides now. Neil Sturrock is down the sidelines, acting as almost assistant coach there, tell his Scottish players to keep at it, walking around. Still a bit of time left in this. Around about 3 minutes or so, just over. Certainly it's felt like both sides have slowed down. One side know that they've won, the other side know that they'll have other games and energy to preserve for that in this pool. Reminder in this pool B, well, Germany and Wales drew earlier 1-1, so a point apiece. Netherlands are also in this group, obviously don't play today, and Italy and Scotland at the moment. Obviously Scotland are on the top at the moment. But strong stuff there, but carrying on. Scotland with Mackenzie, ball threaded through here for MacArthur. They'll tee up another one. Bernie Morrison with a tap in. Again, 1-2-3, ping 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 goal. 6-1. Heading towards the final minute. Scotland are not finished yet though. Right on the edge of the D for Gordon Mackenzie. Gibson ends that movement, will be the last chance. So penalty corner to Scotland. Here a little clatter. Might well still be one last chance then in the game. Looking to add the extra cherry on top of the cake here. And a 7th goal. Again, Sergio Baggio just taking his time, strolling up to defend. And it goes to Mackenzie. Smash! 7-1. Comprehensive. It's fully deserved. You kind of thought, especially about 2-1, Scotland were spurning chances, but they upped it again. And third and fourth quarters, towards the end of the third quarter anyway, in the fourth quarter, been in full control. Officially it might go down as a Mackenzie hat-trick, because they have stated that the second goal of the match Mackenzie scored from a penalty corner, but I'm pretty sure it was Alistair MacArthur, 99% anyway, unless there's some other little touch on the way through. But officially they might give it the hat-trick, but I would say it with 2 goals for Mackenzie, 1 for MacArthur, a couple for Taylor, 1 for Robertson and Morrison. That is game over and comprehensive for Scotland. I wouldn't say they're quite singing in the rain, but they'll certainly be dancing their way off very quickly, because it is rather blustery and wet, but a very convincing one. The Italians really struggled to get any real attacking chances. They got their moments after the goal from Mackenzie, which talked about the one which MacArthur looked like he put in for 2-0. Claudio Asperis in the 37th minute made it 2-1. And you kind of thought, oh well, there's a chance, because they didn't have that little burst of pace that they got 2 of the players forward. But Arthur Robertson and William Taylor right towards the end of the third quarter put things to bed, and then Taylor with another one, Bernie Morrison and Mackenzie scoring at the end put things safely tucked away for number 7 for Scotland. And Scotland win and top this pool, Pool B, in the Cup, in the over 60s category of the European Cup. So Scotland is a perfect start for them. Now there's a big long pause now for this pitch. There is a game going on behind us. Afterwards, around about 3:30, we believe there is an opening ceremony which officially gets the games going, although we've had some games already. And then we've got one final game on this pitch at 5:30 in Group A of the over 60 European Cup. Ireland take on Belgium. Do join us for that. But we'll leave you for the moment with the best of the action from this one, and Scotland to get off to the perfect start in the over 60s European Cup with a 7-1 win over Italy.